Oh, hello. How we doing? Hey, Viper. Hey, Skirk. Completed hardcore takedown today. Man, amp shields are amazing. Borderlands 4 is an amp game. Hey, Martin. Hey, Chefs. Hey, Bentley. Hey, Party. Willis. Hey. Gonna be interesting. I haven't even done a sighting run to see if it's possible. It is possible. It'll just be slow. Tips for the Warrior BL2.
General distress call.
I mean, it's a story boss. I mean, try and leave a Crystalisk weak if you think you're gonna die, so you can get an easy second wind. Going in with a good, depending on which mode you're on, if you're on the earlier difficulties, just going in with like a tanky adaptive shield, so you can tank some of his hits. If you keep breaking his like chest plate thing, he'll keep going underground, and basically won't be able to get an attack off. And despite him not being painted purple, you can slag him. I didn't resist the first run, unfortunately.
It is loose. The child is loose.
Well, now I have to know what the child is.
I watched the race. I was working.
You gotta put your neck into it!
And watched the race at work? Yes! One of the chefs had it on, but, like, couldn't really focus on it. But I know who won. 485 streams, hell yeah. Is anything's not be able to grab the subjugate with Thought Quest? Have you already done it? Because it's just, like, showing there, but does it, like, not let you take it at all now? Boss makes $1, streamer makes a dime, we watch Silverstone Grand Prix on company time. I'm not sure if this is worth it. Hey, Echoline, how you doing? Hi. Thank you for the 52 mods. Cheers. Incredible.
What the? Oh, god damn it. The auto distress signal. This is Dr.
You've completed the boss many times. Okay, you've done it then.
I don't know who you are, but
Why are you trying to take the mission again? That's just a display thing. You can just go back and fight him.
Find out what happened here.
Do you have the mission active? You just go back and fight him on UVH6. And now you can't go to UVH6? Well, what does it say in your challenges? You don't need the mission, just kill them. But, like, 6 is Bloom Reaper. Pixin, thank you very much for the 5 months. Much appreciated. Thank you. Hey, Leo.
whether you're here to loot the station or rescue survivors, you're too late. Only I remain, and I've no intention of leaving. Go.
I think so, Jim. From what I've heard.
Maybe these will make you turn back?
Why is that bubble just not going where I'm telling it to? This is gonna be terrible. This is gonna be so bad. This action skill is just awful to use. Hey, kitty, good to see you. Hi. Doesn't have mobbing damage. It really just doesn't.
As expected, I'm the last one.
That room is flooded.
Stops at the first mob. It's because you need to get a kill for it to do its thing. So if you struggle just getting that first kill, it just doesn't do anything. And you're just, like, dead in the water. See, now I'm in the unfortunate position of two stronger enemies. So now nothing will happen. One's just stuck in the fucking ceiling. What a terrible action skill. Have I tried this yet? You are in the process of watching me trying this. It's a melee build now. Okay. These guys are destroying me. Immediately hearing what a terrible action skill. It's so bad. Like, even in a situation where you make it do damage, it's just appalling to use. It never actually connects with the target, it never does what you tell it to. It's the most unwieldy thing they've ever made, and the fact that they bragged about this fucking thing as an advantage of their new engine. When it's the worst state this type of action skill's ever been in. It's abhorrent.
I hope these amphibious units will dissuade you from continuing.
It's the worst one by miles. Yeah, and they've bragged about it too. The concept of the action skill duo was literally they with this action skill by their own account is we wanted Amara to be able to toss enemies around, but the engine didn't let us do that. The new engine does, so that's what we're doing. Amara's action skill, but you can move people around. That was the thought process behind this action skill. By their account, from their mouths, the entire design process around this was Amara, but we can move enemies. And they made the worst feeling action skill that they've ever produced. At least Watchgrath will die quickly. If I don't die in the process, Jesus.
I'm breathing, I'm fighting. He's cute. I think a little chaos is all right. Sense. Waterproof. Not bulletproof. Science is on my side.
Hey Joker, how you doing?
Slow down.
We never heard from anyone in Harlow's design team. Makes me sad. Love to see them try and do a run and hear their thoughts and justifications on why they made it like this. It seemed more of just like a tech idea. It's like, hey, can we make an action skill that moves enemies around? Yes, cool, ship it. Without actually thinking how it would work in the game. We expect the new Vault to be broken as Cash. We've got, like, nothing to go on off of that basis, but Cash being the most broken action skill that they've ever, most broken character, sorry, that they've ever released is, do you pick these guys up? Ooh, you don't.
There's that cutie again.
The promised massive blue tree update as well, and all they do is bake an augment into the tree, yeah, and replace it with a bad augment as well. Oh, this one's got to deal with it. I'm pretty sure it's just 1-to-1, Jim. And you don't pick the enemies up? Yeah. Which augment was the replacement? Balls that don't do damage. So they didn't even rename it. You gain increased slam damage. Every time you slam an enemy, fire mini unstable energy pockets that randomly deal no damage. And you gain some dot stuff. 3,000 damage. Three. That's 2 Lucian's flank bullets. It's 1.5 Whiskey Foxtrot bullet. That's less than a stray projectile. It's a third of a kill drone bullet. That's 1 shotgun pellet. What's the base damage, CJ? Chaotic, that seems interesting. One of the big problems of this action skill is, like, its range and targeting. Every time they add a new...
Something tells tells me those
type of phase grasp in the game, they've reduced the range. So, like, phase lock was buttery smooth. You could snipe people across the map from that. If you had somebody who was, like, down in BL2, and you went to res them, you could just do it from across the map, and it was fantastic. And BL3 made it a bit clunkier. We kind of clowned on phase grasp in BL3, because it had less range, worse accuracy. And then Skeep was, like, really low range. Skeep was a bit all over the place. And then this one is somehow even worse. Oh my god, a pearl.
A for effort, but D for your dead. Is this fight with me really fair?
Frolbski? Well, that's after you've already activated the action skill. I'm talking about activating the action skill. I did not want to do that series of buttons.
That was almost empowering. Big bop boom.
What would really make this better? Save priorities jank. It's awful. They've made this action skill less and less accurate. Remember how we used to meme in BL3 about phase graphs just like not picking up who you're aiming for? Well, Skeep somehow was worse than that, and this is somehow worse than Skeep. This would be better if Plasma File stopped the ability of picking up enemies and just did target damage. How far up in Mayhem? 7. So that's what I'm on right now. At least it's a good against the mid boss. Like, If it just did immune damage every time you activated it,
You
it would be
certainly
good.
give up.
Aw, I'm gonna have to kill you, aren't I, buddy?
We have had a mutual enemy in the time. He intended this station for experimentation and gene splicing. Functionally, animal torture. This tends to wear away at one's enthusiasm.
And you decided to give the creatures a chance.
What did he just say?
Is any fight with me really fair?
Yeah, white bars are neutral. I'm actually, like, not liking the fact that inertia is built in. It's actually hurting me.
Gravity's on my side.
The AI on the fish people? Yeah, sometimes they'll just, like, lose interest and get removed from your radar. I need my action skill to end, but it physically won't. That missed. Die.
I think a little chaos is in order.
Die.
What the?
Same color as bone paws? It's not. It's slightly different. Centripetal is really annoying with the enemy density in this content because the more dense, more of them, so they're just like there's more of them. And it starts becoming a bit like overbearing. Central Overwatchman, the Invincible. Like missed the point blank shot. We've got the next mini boss now, so at least we get like a free kill. Where is he? Colonel Kale. And he's fucking dead. Best Harlow bossing guns. Drop near from this takedown. Shalashaska's alright. Stray's good. That's what I use. Harlow can use basically like anything. Because she's the infinite crit, infinite ammo character. It's just like gun with DPS.
Mystery solved. Leave now.
Well, I would, but you're in danger. So, coming to get you.
That would defeat
The game lags when you try using Stray Harlow. Ah, it sucks.
I am tired. And I am angry. And the bolt won't let me do it to myself, so the child will do it for me.
I don't understand. What's the... do what? Ugh.
You do not deserve to suffer my punishment. This is your last chance to leave. The child is in the core and is impossible to kill.
Let's put that to the test.
God damn it. Good luck, I suppose.
Nothing's entangled! Yeah, this needs a way of sustaining my shield better. Wish the Vault Hunters were more specific in 3. Oh, yeah. I mean, okay, Vex isn't the infinite ammo character. Vex is like the least like that. Vex is like the one character without infinite ammo, infinite crit. She's got the worst ammo sustain skill of all the characters. And she's got the worst crit chance. I could kill everybody if my action skill just ended. Hey, everybody died. So this is what I mean when I say that the Blue Tree Harlow buff was actually enough. Because it only does the big damage on the initial activation, and not the re-triggers. But now you're forced to have inertia on, so you can't end your action skill and trigger a new one.
Oh boy, time to meet the cutie.
Does every Vault Hunt have access to some sort of infinite ammo and crit in this game? No. Rohith, I saw the build when Jolts was just kind of testing it before uploading it. I didn't watch the video. So nerf because Plasma 4 is a bad design of a class mod instead of action blue tree work. True, but it is what the state of the game. The state of the game is Plasmophile. And their change made it worse. Now, targeting terror is probably going to be one of the worst experiences. What changed with the class mod? No, nothing changed with the class mod, they changed the action skill itself. They made inertia inbuilt, but the class mod does most of its initial damage on the initial proc and not the re-triggers. And inertia, like, trying its best to keep itself alive. Oh. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna drown. I couldn't make it to the ledge.
Math better next time.
See, what's fun, Gum, is launch Gorillas in the Mist plus Leave No Trace is literally what Harlow is. Is this out of range? No, that's out of range. Let me stand a bit closer. Not even far away. Ah, shit. You have to stand right on the edge in order to reach.
Time for a new plan.
Doesn't hit the same? You're right, it hits harder because it's true crits instead of fake crits. Gearbox really launched this action skill and bragged about how cool it was. No, that's not the button. Hello, what? About to die again, yep. I needed that to land. I really needed that to land, and it didn't. How is that out of range? Because they gave this action skill no fucking range. For some reason. Like, they gave this action skill no range. Are these guys infinite? I swear on other runs I do, they're not infinite. Are they infinite on the story run? They feel like they're infinite. Turning that on while I'm here was rude. That was very rude, turning that on while I was stood there. Watching Blue Tree Holler builds and thinking, wait.
Note 1, don't do that again. Note 2, unless it was fun.
Doesn't have like 5 augments, all action. The thing is, okay, augments in this game and capstones, 90% of them suck. Like, if you were to go through all of the good ones, you don't even use half of why they're good. Like, Instinto. Has anyone actually read the card of Instinto? Has anyone actually read that thing? Because it sucks as well. We use it for one little bit of it. And because it's not any of the others. Because they all suck. A lot of augments are just like, hey, do a thing and you get 30% soup. One time. Every 90 seconds. Vex is one of them. Okay, so the enemies are infinite. Okay, if he goes back, you can't hit him. So I have to wait for a certain animation to be able to hit him. And now my action skill's broken entirely. It's just fucking gone. It's gone. How did that miss? Please hit him. Holy shit, phase 2.
Here's to the nth dimension.
See, I tried that WRW. The problem is it's a long fight. And if you do one fuck up, you drown to death. Thankfully, because this is a well-made fight, he doesn't actually attack you. He just attacks the platform.
Not so impossible to kill after all, huh?
Huh. I did not expect that. Not often wrong.
That's what the scientific method's for, right? Test the hypothesis, get it wrong, test again.
Perhaps.
That's Gearbox's strategy. Keep testing and never fix it. Yep, broken that. Test it again.
So, where you
Yep,
gonna go
broken that. Test it again.
Intention of killing me. I am bereft of a plan.
Studies have shown that the quickest way to improve your mood is to do generous things for others.
That's
Bold of you to assume there's any testing in the first place. Now do Mayhem 20, do the climb. You see, what I understand, right, is if you look at the roadmaps, they planned for like 3 post-launch raid bosses, right? But then after they announced the takedown, they replaced the 3rd raid boss with the takedown. So obviously, they had a 3rd raid boss planned after Subjugator and Thol. Surely Child of Terramorphous wasn't it, right? Like, why not have used that boss? And if it was Child of Terramorphous, was it always planned to be so, incomplete? He doesn't seem to target you? It's because he doesn't. Terror wasn't it. Well, here's hoping. Alright, Viper, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Why'd you boop? I know I'm cheating right now, but like... And pearls drop from random enemies. Yes. Wondering how much this takedown's remade out of already planned content. Yeah, I have no idea. Getting actors back on a short notice is hard. Yeah, you have all the dialogue that you might want them to say and record whilst they're there. A callback is expensive. And Poison Sims base game. So there are some pearls that will drop. Not all of them do. There's like a batch of pearls that are world drop only. Alright, hopefully this one actually goes better. I might be able to sustain this. Using Bullet Buddy Deluxe, you didn't hear why. Ammo regen. It's got inbuilt ammo regen. Even if you don't activate Bullet Buddy Deluxe, it gives you an extra source of ammo regen. So it allows me to increase my ammo regen so I don't have to go mag size on my enhancement, so I can go more gun damage on enhancement, so it works out better. Why are they angry with me? I haven't even pushed the button yet. This is one thing I don't like about this takedown. Our enemies will just refuse to move from where they spawned. New talk shotgun from the card? No, this is the linebacker, though. So linebacker is great. It's one of the best mobbing guns in the game. However, you do mention the Cormano, and the Cormano is kind of goated. I almost got Jacobs. Not the great stats, though. We love the Cormano. Ugh. 90. Ugh. Yeah. I should probably buy everything I don't have. Still perfect. Oh, it cost 60 there alone, damn. Did they announce a new firmware? Yeah, it's called Bruiser. I've seen it around. It exists. Is it really that high of a level, Leo? I didn't think it'd be that good.
Everyone's weakness is dead. Oh, he's cute. This calls for disorderly conduct.
What was that boss damage? Yeah, Mayhem 1. Also, Plasma File just does good bossing damage. Holy shit, Blue Tree finally good. I love how, from doing the story run into Mayhem 1, we've gone from, this looks miserable, to, oh my god, Blue Tree finally good. I know you probably didn't see it. This is Mayhem 1. I'm not actually fully leveraging the build right now, because enemies are dying too quick. I'm slowly tweaking the build every run, just based on what I'm learning. But this is Mayhem 1. Nepta, you here still? I have a Gamma Ray Burst question. Pokemon, thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated. He gives a Mayhem icon. They really do. Yeah, okay. Does Gamma Ray Burst activate on the initial activation on the action skill? Or does it have to be a retrigger? Because the description... it says retriggers. But does it work on the initial activation? Does the tooltip lie? In Borderlands, often. It does if I trigger 2 action skills fast enough. Feeling that won't be happening. Pretty good wombo. Patch notes lie too.
Maybe this will give you superpowers. Elemental bullet! What a universe!
Maybe with double turtle system. Well, I'm using the sister just because it's armor, and armor's easier to sustain. Since I'm doing Mayhem 1, I should probably just see how well Collector sustains. Don't you remember me suggesting cheeky swap of data tricks to keep bonuses of rifle while switching last? I do, yes. I knew it worked, but after testing it in Takedown, it works very well, though clunky, I can imagine. You experimented a little bit yesterday with Blue's power kill skill Vex, went 15 points in Red Tree compared to what I was running in Blue, and it did work surprisingly good. Yeah, Red Tree was doing better in my testing as well. Yeah, Grave Thirst. Yeah, you found exactly what I found as well, Shockwave. It's like, you wanted Blue to work because Blue's got a bit more quality of life because it gives you access to Coven as well as reload speed, but Red was just disappointingly better. Swap speed would be nice. I plan on trying runaway reaction with a different element. Linebacker. Lose a distribution function there. Also, my overshield, it's kind of hard to tell if I'm actually sustaining or not, but... yeah. Not sustaining nearly as much as I need to be. Feels for bossing is a different story on this. Bossing's better than mobbing. Yeah, I do prefer Little Sister. Am I locked in using cryo? No. I was running Isotope before for an extra bonus element that you get if you're using cryo guns, but I don't need to do that anymore. So no, I'm not locked into using cryo at all. First 5 points in Red Tree somewhat wasted. I find it's the second 5, because the first 5 gives you some great sustenance and some movement speed. But then what do you take there? Because enchantment is alright, but if you've got gun crit chance, it hurts your bleep rocks. So you just got some skill damage. That doesn't even apply to Bloody's power. Night night. How good Claromancy is the main damage dealer in Cash? Barely passable. Claromancy, the point of Claromancy really is support. Oh, you talk about Red Tree? Oh, yeah. The Grave Thirst points is worth it, Shock. Like, 5 Grave Thirst is worth 10 skill points.
You got
How long does the transition last? Why couldn't Dedra have a 1-tier up? Platinum Mayhem 1, best build ever. Send so close to water you if I feel like it's death. Yeah, we've already discovered that one. Headringer Airburst. With gun damage. Have I tried Strange Attractor with Linebacker for mobbing? That's literally what I'm doing. That's literally what I'm trying to do. An Unreal processor's crashed. Oh, while my game boots up again, I'm just going to quickly nip to the toilet. What a game! I'm back. And this works out, because now I'll just quickly fix my elements. Drop new time, roll a single one of them. Like, just do some Mayhem 1 runs. You'll get one within an hour, trust. Trust. What element do I run? I'm thinking shark. It needs to be a element, at least. It's either going to be shock or corrosive. For this content. Maybe corrosive, because I have... Radiologist. You got a head ring, airburst enhancement when you're hollow while running TKs and impact feels so good for mobbing. Yeah, it's one of my favorite stats for mobbing is that for on TKs. It actually makes TKs like bearable. TKs without airburst is not something I enjoy. TKs with airburst is something I enjoy greatly. Did that actually save? Right. We try again. Remembering Wildcat Deeps, I swapped to Wildcat for the boss. I mean, I bounced between them, but I was running Wildcat for the boss and then Stranger Catcher through the runs. I mean, like, I can't take it any more out of blue. It has to come from green. It can literally only come from distribution function. That's frustrating because I want that skill still. I mean, there is refraction. I'll go 5 in crit damage or 4-1 split. Considering mobbing is the worst point and bossing is like kinda fine. Refraction feels like the play. Only 2 in distribution. 2 in distribution sucks. But refraction's probably the play here. I think the new class mod is more geared towards making Harlow better, Jim. Hang on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Whenever you put an enemy in stasis or she deals damage to an immune enemy, she deals 80% increased damage and has 100% status of chance while it's entangled. So, yeah, it's more so for just making Harlow better, but dot chance is kind of mute, because if you're doing a dot build, you're probably doing prime potency. So it's just 80% soup. 160% soup if boss. And it's force action skill damage, which is kind of fucked, because if you want your class mod to deal action skill damage to a boss, you just use plasma file. So this is kind of rude. 160 soup is good for Harlow. Not if you're wanting the action skill itself to do damage. And then, if you're wanting it in support, well, Phlebotomist and Generator exist. Now, those are extra instances of damage and bonus elements. So, in the event that you don't want Stasis to do damage, because otherwise you'd use Plasma File, and you don't care about Phlebotomist for whatever reason, and you don't care about your bonus element damage for whatever reason, then I guess it has a place. If you're doing a 0-point dot build. If that 100% status effect chance is flat instead of mult, if it's like prime potency, then it removes the requirement to use prime potency. But you're going to use transfuser anyway, so you may as well just run prime potency. The fact that the bonus double if you hit an immune enemy just makes me think it's not, so you're just going to run prime potency anyway. Yeah, it's just a dot class mod. Because otherwise there's better class mods out there. The skills are kind of shit. The skills are really shit. I mean, triple point extra thing is alright. Doesn't source inherit though. Scientist is still probably better dot class mod. I don't know enough about dot builds, but I believe you. In which case, this class mod is just this awkward, doesn't really know what it wants to do, and doesn't do anything particularly well. What does Scientist do? Whenever you shock your... Oh. Again, useless primary passive. But it comes with ripple effect and action at a distance. I mean... Scientist special effect is that it will drops whenever trying to 5 other class mods. Yeah. Yeah, Chirurgeon just kind of does not know what it wants to do and doesn't really do anything particularly well. Because if you want to do action skill damage, Plasma File's better. And if you want to do dot, Scientist is better. And if you want to do gun, Generator and Phlebotomist is better. So, like, what does bro do? Gives you 2 lifesteal skills. It's just 2 lifesteal skills. That's what that class mod does. Yeah, I'll try Refraction out. Losing a distribution function point kind of sucks, but hey ho. Right, okie dokie. And then we'll rock. Oh, all my Cormanos. So why do I have so many guns in here? I want a better, like, green skin. I mean, that one's green, I guess. You can just run now. That do be kind of funky.
How do I take your order?
And how you doing, TK? Set up your wheel for Forza? Nice. It is not instant healing? No, it's delayed in this game. That's why Sanguine Fiends on Vax is so good, because it's instant. Verse. Let's go.
Another foot soldier. Are we over dictators yet?
What are you doing up there, buddy? Hey Pale, how you doing? Thank you for the 107 months. Keeping it going. You rent a room here, basically.
Chaos is in order. With me, form always means first.
We shoot gun.
Another shot for another shot. Back to Earth. I can build a ship out of these guys.
Class 1 RNG in this game, to getting them to drop is pretty rough, Red Spy, so you could just be seeing that. I think they hit gold with Dark Magic. They did. Basically green tree. I mean, what I have here would be a terrible green tree build, so I'm gonna say no. Even though it is mainly green tree, it would be a bad green tree build. It's not a shoehorn, it's a focus. It's just that to make the best blue tree build, you just take green tree points because they're just better.
A for effort, but D for your dead.
What gun is that? This is Convergence. This is Linebacker.
Oh, he's cute. We've been I'll save a bullet for whoever comes to me.
When having anyone's like cheating to Takedown, yeah. Heimdall is just like the best thing in this Takedown. Like the fastest cash run, Heimdall. Fastest Halo run, Heimdall. Fastest Vex run, Heimdall. Fastest Aim-On run, Heimdall. Fastest Ruffer run, Arc Knives?
Who built those robots up? All that battery life. Can't wait for second chance.
In particular, rolling Rhinebacker, just as much damage and radius as you can get. I don't think you can get licensed parts. Been losing this fight for mobbing neutron capture. Any other options you look out for? I think that's probably one of your best options. I can't think of what else. You thought it was Cormano? Cormano mentioned we must roll. Mad Lad is decent? No, it's not. Wombo? Wombo for mobbing is just like probably a fun brute force that probably works. Wait, I didn't hit him. I was right next to him.
Good call on the restart.
Whiskey Foxtrot. Whiskey Foxtrot might be a bit unwieldy. Thank you, Heimdall. Very cool. I'm actually trying to pick somebody up. There we go. Bowie double barrel Jacobs. Yeah, that works. That's just SMG Lucian's flank, isn't it? So probably a bit better with the fire rate. Best class mod for Cash and Harlow for general gun builds. For Harlow, you're looking at either Generator or Phlebotomist. Phlebotomist is easier to play with. You'll want Control Group and Sustain Reaction on either of those class mods. Well, that was a room. What's a 0-point takedown? It's a takedown using the 0-point action skill. An action skill so obscure you didn't know what it was, because it's terrible, and don't do this at home because it's a terrible time. Control group and sustain reaction? No. Generator for control group. Sustain reaction for Phlebotomist. For Cash, Wind Rider class mod if you want to do Gloam stuff, and the Trainer class mod if you want to do Warchrome. Can I show the green tree on this build? No, I'm quite insecure about it. It's mainly green. It's like all green. Because Green Tree just has the good stuff. Annoyingly, both this and this is positively contributing. So I can't quite reach a capstone. If I were to run a capstone on this build, I'd probably do Falling Bodies. Because Falling Bodies is kind of fun. Unfortunately, the route there isn't very fun. Just does not want to target at all. Target the balls! I'm not gonna plat because of this targeting. I got here in good time. Trainer for war crimes, how? If I go through the list, I'll be here too late. I will, just let me do this fight first. Let me get out this water first! Gearbox. Please, Gearbox. Please. Please. Or Joe's just gonna steal it. Thank you, Joe. Oh my god, finally phase 2.
Big boy, are we?
What? Why was the water doing so much damage? Does the water get electrocuted at this point? Ow. Why is the grapple on the arse side of the platform? This be the intended gameplay Den's looking for. You know what is great, Shockwave? The Trouble class mod is better on Spectres. Is there a hitbox at 0 point? Yeah, but it's like beneath the water. And you have to be, because it's got no range, you have to be super close. 0 point main 20 plat, no green tree when? 0 point, no green tree completely murders it because you don't get confirmative reality. You have to use Skeptic. Which means you don't have any damage left. Deadly Shotgun Truck. Is it worth keeping? Yeah, it's good damage. Meanwhile, Cash gets that abhorrent obscenity. Disgusting. Gross. Vile. Now, you know my stance. I'm not against the dancer nerf. I am against the adding of the trainer in wake of the dancer nerf. Because what the fuck? Hey, we're going to nerf this class mod that does everything, but here's a new class mod on the pay-to-win character that does everything. Blue tree skills worth cooldown reduction. Yeah, no. There are so many cooldown skills in this tree, and yet 1 point of confirmative reality beats them all. Remember how they buffed Teen Witch? I mean, in hindsight now, Joe, the Teen Witch buff is like kind of fine because Vex is the weakest character. One of the weakest characters. Because like the one-shot stuff she does doesn't use Teen Witch. And doesn't use Grave Thirst if she does use Teen Witch. And that's like her within the meta strongest point, is her one-shotting. Because her ad clear is the weakest. That was a neat option for learning what it truly did. Well, that's because, Leo, when you read the fucking thing, it seems, oh yeah, that looks alright. And then you realize how it works. Because it doesn't work anything like what it says on the card. You would think that's a difficult thing to mess up with how simple it looks. Oh, you just get some gun damage for every totem you have up. It scales with health. Cool, that's easy. Would I still use Wind Rider over Trainer? If I'm doing a Gloam-specific build, yes. If I'm doing a that, then Trainer. Anti-up Trainer sounds stupid. Now throw in I Am a Gun. Now throw in Mighty 9 and Bare Arms. Now one-shot Mayhem 20 true bosses with, like, a pistol. It reads like Moses Cash's skill tree doesn't do what it says. Exactly. See, you're getting it. You're getting it. Oh boy, I can get some more cooldown. 0.25. Fucking hell. Jax, that's the bad one. Do I have anything to change or optimize from that in terms of gear? Bad Chrono. Or skills. Like, did I feel like I needed to tweak something? I don't really think I did. I've got 7 skill points here, so what we can try and do... This may or may not work. I'm not sure. How distribution function works with... Oh no, fuck that one up. Okay, wait. Harlow players, pay attention! Before speccing any bonus element on any skill tree, make sure you spec decoherence first. Fuck ass character. Seems okay until Terror, and the thing is, it's only bad at Terror because of hitboxes. What the fuck with decoherence? It's not decoherence thing specifically. It's bonus elements in this game they have an identity crisis. When we say, so like, knowing how skills in this game work is difficult because nothing is clear. So, we as players do not have the best idea on how some skills work at face value. And we know this because Gearbox do not know how skills work at face value. And we know this because the skills themselves do not know how they work, because they just behave differently at times. Bonus elements are either source inheriting or they're not. So, for example, decoherence. If you attach it to a gun, it does gun damage. If you punch something, it'll do melee damage. If you throw a grenade, it'll do ordnance damage. It's source inheriting. Unstable isotope is not source inheriting. If you attach it to a gun, it won't do gun damage. If you attach it to a skill, it won't do skill damage. Unless you spec decoherence first, in which case unstable isotope will be source inheriting. And it will get gun damage, and it will get skill damage. So if you spec isotope first, don't work. If you spec decoherence first, does work. Same thing with latent charge, but we always spec decoherence before latent charge, because who's picking blue shift? So I know you've seen at least a bit of what's been going on. Should we ban something about this for time trials, specifically Mighty 9, in my opinion? It's difficult, Leo, because it's like, how do you avoid... You can't avoid it. You ban 99, okay, so what? It's still broken. It doesn't matter. It's just literally Claromancy, because it's a base totem type that is stacking beyond what it should be able to stack. That's what's happening. You can't avoid that unless you get rid of the entire action skill entirely. So I just think cash is fucked. Same with Meltdown? I believe so. The order of your skill point allocation affects the actual math. Yes! Basically impossible to maintain. Okay. If the gun is cryo, I mean, the skill requires cryo, does it not? Oh, no, it doesn't. That's really funny. That's just more isotope jank. Nothing in this game works properly. Alexa, remind me to spec Harlow very, very specifically so my build doesn't suffer. Yeah, just in general, to play it safe, spec decoherence first. Every single bonus element interaction will do its own weird thing. So, like, isotope, as mentioned there by WIW, in order for this to get source inheriting, you need to attach it to cryo damage. So, like, this one's fine because it's just all damage. yeah. And then the triple point's got its own BS, whether or not this will work or not. That like something about needing to respec every single time you load into the game for triple point to become source inherent. I don't know. I don't. I checked out at that point. Concentrated buildup applies to darts? That's funny. Joe, how in tune are you with Rafa bonus elements and how source inheriting they all are? Very in tune? Excellent. Because I have plan, so I might ask you questions later. No 0 point. No, it's here. Thank you for making me check, though. Uh-oh. Ah, that was a lot of chain downs. Corman, work on this? No, I'm specifically... linebacker is a very different gun. Just because it's a torque shotgun does not translate.
Good call on the reason.
And when they die 0.2 seconds after you do. Corman mentioned time to... Oh shit, you're right. Time to gamble. I'm gonna run out of fucking tokens at this point. Insufficient space? What? We've got loads of space. What? It's stopping me from gambling. Ripper, 24... Ew, disgusting. That a range groundbreaker. No, I'm allied. Okay, something's changed there. So even though it must be something to do with distribution function and armor shields. Because this has just completely stopped working. Maybe only 1 point's needed. Let's go to roll anyway. Like anything with Jacobs. And then it rolls over 30k DPS. I don't know if it pushes 40. Oh, goodbye. My ground break hunt, no better spec to take. It saves my ass whenever I like go down and I need to get a second wind as an enemy close enough. Also, it's really good for bossing. It is just a free save. In terms of alternatives, I could go best defense, but that's a bunch of survival points, which I could take now that I'm using Gamma Ray Burst. Beyond that, there's nothing. So, yeah, Groundbreaker. And shooting my ordnance, breaking my shield, that's because I'm running Gamma Ray Burst. Turtle sister, yeah. I'll try linebacker. Linebacker is a lot better on just a proper green tree Harlow. Shocker. But because it's good here. Fortunately, it is a bit dangerous to use. Especially when you do that.
Oh, he's cute.
Why is there a centripetal there? Heals and what the crab people do. So that guy has got 2 healing phases. So you get the armor bar, you break the armor bar, he heals the armor bar. You break that, you get into a shield, you put his shield low, he heals the shield bar. You can brute force it if you've got enough one-shot power, but he is very aggressive with it. As for the crab people, the first guy, if you let him live, he'll summon like a fish tornado and launch a bunch of fish at you, and it's very annoying. Do not let him live. Kill him immediately. He becomes priority 1. The second guy runs at you with a big old weapon, and he absorbs a whole bunch of damage. If you dot him, he'll lose some of the absorption, but his hands will still absorb because fuck you. And the third guy is the simplest. He puts a big ol' energy shield around him once he aggroes, forcing you to go close. And then he's like, try it, bitch. And if you go close, he then spawns you with 1,000,000 crabs. And then Terra's unique ability is not being a finished boss fight. Uh-oh. Some Bill Official said you can shoot Cracklaw's backpack to destroy the bubble, but you think they're lying. Imagine that's very difficult in solo. That's bad. Bro just got down Mr. President at the boss. And again, he was behind him. He was behind him. Fuck. I hate trying to slam Crackcrawler, it never works.
Elemental bullets! What a universe!
This Takedown just does not want me to ever play it. It's definitely the weakest of the three. What's the best what? All these enemies are enemies I can't pick up. The takedown's great because we lacked mobbing content before is not a good shout for it, I'm gonna be honest. Ooh! Then you've got no disc or ammo. Yeah, you'd need Daedalus swap on those, which, hooray for farming. Hooray for having range on my action skill, yeah?
I think a
Seems like I'm making it work slowly. This is definitely not going to plat because I'd want to be entering the boss fight at about this time. This linebacker gamma ray burst idea, by the way, was from Zeke in the Soup Kitchen Discord. Zeke has been mucking around with 0 point. I saw some posts about linebacker. And I've also thrown in Heimdall as well, which is proving pretty good. What is soup? Soup is just like a kind of a slang whatever term for on-hit bonuses in this game, because they kind of all go into the same column for the most part. So everything that goes into the main, like, additive column, we just call soup. Additive in quotes. It's a terrible word. Don't use the word additive. Trying to use this action skill is so tilting. What's a health at least? I might get gold. Oh, come on. Right as I landed. That's some bollocks. That's some bollocks. Right as I landed. Trainer better than new Amon class mod. Both are good, but yes. I hate how second phase only spawns those badass witnesses for second kill skill, second wins. I mean, that's just every boss fight in this game. Spawn weird ads for the sake of skills. Ah, that's so frustrating. That would have been gold. I hate how you can't kill these guys. You see, this isn't doing any damage, but they can shoot you.
I think a little chaos is in order.
Well, rough here. Yeah, it's just because of the hitboxes. Damage-wise, it's fine. Can we not kill me right before the end, please? There we go. Definitely not going to M20, Trevor. Yeah, Thol. Thol's easy with this. If you can target the boss, it's easy. This is really good at bossing if you can target the boss. The problem is that they didn't give it any range or targeting or anything. Why are you doing this now then? Because I figured I'd do bubble. Expecting updates to Bubble is hilarious when they've spent the last 6 months saying that they're gonna update Bubble. Did like one measly change that did jack shit, and then nothing. Gamma Ray Burst Spread Launch is what I need. Spread Launcher has such high damage that wouldn't actually do much. Spread Launcher won't do much to Terra lol. Spread Launcher's fine against Terra. It's a Spread Launcher. Just doesn't synergize with Gamma Ray Burst much. Does make a target Terra there? The main thing is range break. $15 mil with temper. That's nearly a driller hole.
Meta damage variance and Swung Song. Swung Song's not even that bad. In terms of like percentage swing.
Grow hits a millies too? Oh my god, no way. So I only unlocked rank 7. That's a pity. One more run of suffering? With new mod? Yeah, but the problem with that is that involves using the new class mod. Hooray for soup. We were talking about it earlier. Established basically only good for dots. Which is why it's nice with Beam Tosser. Biggest dot in the game. Glory to the soup. The Fast and the Fruity. You've heard of Fast and the Fruity, but have you heard of the Fast and the Soupy? That's what this game is. Very soupy. Alright, we're up to Mayhem 7, back to where we started.
Remember, no plus, no problem.
This calls for disorderly conduct. This just hurts too bad. Guess I don't know my own strength. Can't wait to take it down.
Earl! Always a herald. Hey Rabbit, how you doing? What am I wearing? True, little sister.
All that battery life just to be battered for life. This shouldn't hurt too bad. You're dead to me, and everyone else.
This is very slow. It's probably the green explosions. That's the gun that I'm shooting. How's 0 Point handling the takedown? Terribly. Yeah, the gun I'm using is linebacker. It shoots explosions.
Maybe it will give you superpowers. Oh, he's cute. I think a little chaos is in order.
Well, Svidin is still really good for, like, proc rate stuff, but as the difficulty of the game's gotten tougher, and incoming damage has gotten higher, tank shields are starting to become more used. Especially since there are skills in the game that scale up with shield capacity. I also buffed shields like the Sparky. The Sparky's really good now. Amon viable finish mate down to main 20. Amon, I think, is second quickest. It's like Amon and Harlow are like on par. Amon's really good at the takedown. Specifically with like heavy ordnance. Heavy ordnance shines here. Standard gun build, being a slow rotation, does struggle doing it in good time. Even though it's got the damage. But heavy ordnance doesn't have that problem. Using high dollar only, and your setup or execution needs work. What Vault Hunter would I recommend for a new player? Have all DLC. The one that looks the most interesting to you. Overall. All characters can do all content. So unless you're really interested in the idea of 0 Point Harlow, just go with whatever looks cool.
Exactly as I planned.
Harlow's very easy to play if you just want standard gun. If you just want to shoot guns and never think about like hitting crits or reloading, Harlow's really good at that. Don't hear from you in a month's time, you're living a new life in Mexico.
Welcome to
Dare I ask?
Factor T.
On what is happening on this chapter of Rabbit's roller coaster life? Trying Soul for the first time? Ah, nice. Good luck. It's real easy. It'll be terrifying, but real easy. Oh.
Screw you, Odd. That's mine. I think a little chaos is in order.
Thank you, Heimdall. Very cool. Thank you, 0 point. Very cool.
I gotcha. To the ground.
Where are you running? What are you doing?
Bolt sack on the move.
Colonel Keel's going on a fucking adventure.
This calls quarterly conduct.
What enhancement do you want? Bounce pass should be good, yeah. Leaper, I'm not entirely sure on the specifics on the interaction, if you'll need it on Harlow or not. Depends if the Ricochet is excited state or not. You can rock Leaper if you've got a good one and try it out. Other characters like Leaper a lot. I just don't know if Harlow is included.
I think a little chaos is in order. With things form always be first. Ready and racing.
Welcome back, Viper. Hey, Moonbase, how you doing? Run's going well? No. No, not at all. Katagawa's Revenge for Groundbreak Storage? No, the damage is terrible. We're doing it for Confirmative Reality. What mayhem are we at? We've made really good progress. We're at 7. Progress has been real good. Still? What do you mean still? This is my first run and it's going well. This was faster than last run. What do you mean still? This was faster than Mayhem 6. Bloody hell, what's that damage? What is his what? Okay. Apparently you're not allowed to fucking live. Also, I despise how Gearbox made that front ledge a slope.
Time for a new plan.
It's like they really, really cook to try and make the worst possible experience. So, hey, I'm gonna make players come out here and I'm gonna make them so they can't come back. I don't mind the atmosphere change at all, Jim. Making him water-based and the original Terra not. I think that's fine. Grapple, grapple, grapple. There we go.
I spent all morning doing tackle.
Mm-hmm. See, gold. And it wasn't that far off platinum that run. Would element matching improve my time? No, because it's an action skill and you cannot element match with an action skill outside of just the boss happening to be the correct health bar type. Also, most of his health is neutral. So even if I could element match, there is nothing to element match. Double reflect, little sister. Drop now. And my weapon? No, my weapon's not doing any damage. Zero-point buff may not even help. They need to improve the usability of it. Right, okay. On to Mayhem 9 with 0 point. One more gold, even a silver, unlocks Mayhem 10. And you know what Mayhem 10 is? Hardcore. If this can do a hardcore takedown, who's to say it needs a buff at all? Doing this on hardcore sounds like fucking misery. Dying to the water god. Because I couldn't climb a sloped ledge. I haven't played 0 point yet. Does it have a ties that bind style augment? Okay, I'm trying to think of a funny analogy here. But it's just so far removed. I got nothing. I got nothing. It's just complete opposite ends of the universe. Like, Strange Attractor. Whenever you shoot an enemy with a gun, bullets ricochet off that enemy onto all enemies in stasis. And if it's a crit, it becomes entangled. That's what you've got. And it's what I'm using for mobbing. It's not good. It's best to just not ask how these work. You don't say, Gearbox. That's like the entirety that is this game. We've already been over bonus elements in the order of which you spec them matter. Don't ask. You do have Entangle. Whenever you use your action skill on enemies, those enemies become entangled. And entangled enemies share a portion of all gun and skill damage with all other entangled enemies. Sounds like ties that bind. There's lots of ways to entangle enemies. I can entangle enemy by shooting them in the face. I can entangle them by applying a dot. Lots of ways to entangle, lots of ways to share that gun damage. It's not ties that bind, though. No, I will ask, what do you mean the order of spec matters? No, we've been over this today. I refuse to get back it. No. If you find yourself playing Harlow, Jim, spec decoherence first. Just go straight to decoherence, and then do the rest of your tree. If you're getting decoherence at all. Like, just put a point in it before approaching any other bonus element. This also happens on other characters, especially Cash, but in terms of specifics, I could not tell you. Because Cash has a separate bonus element that works a different way every 2 bloody skills. Plays a neutral catcher as well? No, neutral catcher's an augment, so you should be fine. Like Meltdown on a trooper. Unequip it. Reach back. Equip it. I guess. I haven't tested that far because, like, testing this shit is awful. I can't 100% remember. If WRW's in here, he can confirm. But I think if you spec Unstable Isotope first, and then spec Decoherence, Decoherence doesn't source inherit anymore. But then if you spec Decoherence, and then you spec Unstable Isotope will source inherit if you're using a cryo gun. Despite the skill itself not calling for a cryo gun, using a cryo gun, this will start source inheriting when it normally doesn't if you spec decoherence first. But if you spec unstable isotope first, it breaks decoherence. Spec decoherence first. Nothing in this game works as written. Nothing in this game works. You're not supposed to know how any of this game works. Gearbox doesn't know how the game works. The skills themselves don't know how they work. I'm playing Cash. Just a cry. I don't even have a good Cash build. I don't have the build. So there is the build. I know Rat, I think, was going to upload it. That uses Trainer. The class mod, not the cheat engine script, which, I mean, easily confused. Plus 5 decoherence. I mean, that's fine, because that's decoherence. Did they ever sort that out? They didn't. I mean, Cash has got a weird one. Like, Cash has got a skill that's, like, not real. It's, like, fake and real. It's like better than... don't worry about it. Nothing in this character works as intended. Did you know you can make angry totems 10% per second stack infinitely, giving you thousands of percent of gun damage? And then you can use that thousands of percent of gun damage and convert 50% of it into skill damage and melee damage. And then you can use Mighty 9 to add melee damage to your guns. And this allows you to deliver and stack Groundbreaker in the same shot if using a Lockjaw. And if you're using the new Trainer class mod, it converts all your shots into skill damage, so you're just getting double benefit from your gun damage bonuses that are stacking infinitely. What a character. If anyone ever tries to tell you that Salvador was more broken than this character, tell them to shut up. Even with not having the build. I mean, yeah, I'm just about to use Glow into Glow right now. I don't even know how to play the build. Do I have a non-fire bod, or did I only crime for fire? Ooh, I have a shock bod. Cryo bod. Oh my god, I brought all of the crimes. I'm so forward-thinking. Prime. Gloam Till Gloam is the second best cash build? Yes. Okay. So, Takedown, right? 18 minutes to platinum. True Mayhem 20 platinum, that's like a rite of passage. Only a few builds can do that, right? Within the 18 minutes. And like the best runs, you know, Arknight's Rafa and the ridiculousness that is, that's like 12 minutes. If you really push Heimdall on Amon and Harlow, you can get like 12, 11-ish minutes, right? The build could do True Mayhem 20, in about 7.5. Six and a half. Oh, there we go. Optimizations day by day. You love to see it. How do you even run to the end in that time? Number one cash build, using the fact that totems don't know when to stop. And they just stack forever. Giving you thousands of percents of gun damage, which you can then convert into skill damage and melee damage, which you can then apply to your guns. This is just a normal glowing build, so this is really strong. But it isn't, like, doing that. Because this is the Stray. It's one of, if not the best gun in the game. But the Stray lacks damage because it's auto-aim mechanic. You see, you're thinking in the mind of somebody who thinks about game balance. Ah, this gun auto-aim, so therefore it should have a trade-off. But what you critically forget, that this is Borderlands 4. I mean, Stray doesn't have, like, the best bossing in the world, but it's good enough. Like, you can just play Harlow and just use a Stray for, like, everything you do. SMG Jacobs? I think so. You don't really need yeah, it is. You don't really need Jacobs as much on Cash. He doesn't have the crits that Harlow has. He just kind of win with his pure damage. But the SMG part is important. So like on Harlow, the most important part is the Jacobs part. And Cash, the most important part is the SMG part. So let's have a look. I currently have 760 gun damage. That's quite a lot. Could be more though. Goodbye.
You will not even feel it.
Card cache time? No, because my card cache isn't like a vigorous gun. It's more of just like throw cards, and that's very slow. Bothers you so much that War Wagon takes from reserves. Trust me when I say it should be that way. The Harlow should not be the baseline. Yes, the Harlow gets everything, but that doesn't mean everybody else should get everything. Like, Cash has got so much broken with him, he does not need any more. Do I think about how many I'm using, or do I... Oh, it depends on the content. Sometimes I'll just keep spamming it, and I'll, like, just go from there. Other times, I'll think about how much duration I have left, and think, should I pop it now? Because, of course, I use a generator. If useful bottomist, just spam away, like no other. And then think, if you're doing a longer encounter or like drill site farming, pick a level to stop at. Like sometimes I'll find myself stopping at 5 or 6 stacks, just so it's like comfy. Depending on what your action skill duration is, you might be able to stop at like 9 or 10 or even 11 stacks or whatever. Okay, so right now I have 1,720% gun damage. So that's nice and balanced. We like that.
I always make time for the little things. This will come for an autograph. Rather clean it up again. Precise and perfect flash.
Oh, 0 point. After 3 hours of suffering with 0 point, I'm allowing myself 1 cash run. I earned this.
This will come for an autograph.
I don't want to hear shit.
This is like fun. Charge and play. This will come for an autograph.
I have 2,000% gun damage. Hell yeah.
That was just a warm-up. I'll support whatever you're into. Gunning for glory.
When you shove 2,500 damage into a bod, so it becomes 12,000. Hey buddy, you want 12,000% gun damage? Oh my god, he's... Ah, there he goes. That was Mayhem 20? That was Mayhem 20. Maybe like 4k? Oh yeah, you just keep going. And then you can convert that 4k gun damage into 2k skill damage and 2k melee damage and apply that both of those to your guns as well. So now you've got 8k, but also in this build you'll have anti-up, so you've actually got like 9k, or 10k even. And then you've got a bod, so that quintuples your gun damage specifically, so that makes you like 17,000. Oh, and by the way, you've also got like amp, because you're using a trainer on this hypothetical build, and ridiculous bonus element in the wild. So like, really? Just doesn't stop. High roller, short circuit, SMG fire rate. That's a very nice binger, is that? That screams, oh my god. What's this build? This is a Gloam cache build. Theoretically, this is ethical cache. like, technically speaking, this is the ethical way of doing gun cache nowadays. It's Gloam. Permanent B shield. Ethical? I mean, compared to Anti-Up the Trainer, yes, slightly more ethical. You're right, they're both ethical, Viper. This is just the more ethical one. You're absolutely right. What am I doing wrong, Gloam Cache? Oh, I'm just abusing totem gun damage 10% per second. And then with Mighty 9, you get totem duration restore. $2,600 DPS. What level are you farming? What about the class mod? The class mod is just more points in Gloam to Glow on this build. This one has 4 points in it. The other build that I'm referencing uses the Trainer class mod because the Trainer, I don't have one on me, the Trainer gives you 40% gun damage per totem and points in the Wilds. Now, the Wilds is a unique bonus element in that, correct me if I'm wrong, it just applies to everything, even other bonus elements. Like, this is just really fucking strong. But then the gun damage that the trainer gives you, 40% per active bone totem. It's not gun damage, it's amp. So that's essentially a fresh mult for your damage. On top of that, it converts your gun to skill damage. So you get both gun damage bonuses and skill damage. So the trainer's really good. But the build that I was just using doesn't do that. I just use Wind Rider because it's old and I haven't had a chance to change it to the trainer. So on health. Yeah, but it's amp. And you only need 1% for the skill damage conversion, and that's, like, the big thing as well. Ah, CSX. This applies to everything. Gun, melee, dot, skill, Mixo. Okay, I see. Mixo. I need to learn more about how Mixo works. Is there a resource for it? What sniper rifle did I get? Oh my god, I got a symmetry. Gloam isn't amp, it's post-ad, Douglas, which is why these two builds, you typically don't overlap them, because Gloam being post-ad means it doesn't get amp. But technically, yes, but playing around shield amp and rep kit amp on Cash is just kind of, like, not necessary. He doesn't really have the kit to sustain it. Filter trains you summon trainer comp. Yeah, so the trainer comp, because of the gun damage to skill damage conversion, it loves gun damage. Because gun damage, 50% of it you turn into skill damage. So on that kind of build, you're probably going to go with anti-up. And all the fun stuff along the way there. Because anti-up gives you, you know, triple digit into these numbers. So not, like, the gun damage, 50% of that is going back in, and all your skill damage is going in with the trainer, so, like, anti-up would be good for that. It's so overpowered, it literally doesn't matter what you do. Anti-up. So here, per point, I'd get 8.5%. 3 from gun, 4 from skill, 1.5 extra skill from the gun. So that's 8.5% per point, per stack. So, like, 5 out of 5 at 20 stacks. That gets a bit ridiculous. With, you know, your 1 meg guns. That will go well over, together, well over 1,000. And that's before you consider Angry Totem. You're refunding Cash over less than 2 hours played on him. He's such a broken character. Like, this character is the most broken character they've ever launched. Like, you saw that Terror kill. That wasn't... That Terror kill that was under a second, thereabouts, that's not even optimized. You didn't see it, you looked away. Well, that was your own. I mean, yeah, that's the point. Like, Gloam. So yeah, Douglas. Now imagine that with the trainer bullshit, which is getting the skill damage from anti-up, because Gloam doesn't get the skill damage, so you're missing the majority of anti-up. Because out of our 8.5 total, only 3 is gun damage. And the other 5.5 is skill, and Gloam doesn't get that 5.5. How do you make Angry Tome stack infinitely? I don't know the specifics on the bug, but you can use Mighty 9 to restore duration on kill to make it stack higher. Yeah, Salvador and Zane were more unique between other Vault Hunters. Cash is still like Reskin, or Harley, Rafa, etc. I think that's a really big stretch. Curious to see how Loveless functions. Loveless having some like kind of melee or at least like physical like combat in her action skills. She'll probably do some like Ultra Cabron bullshit and looping Groundbreaker. She'll probably just go that route. Wish they locked in with making the Vault Hunters. It's kind of crazy how Vex to this day only has 1 skill tree. That's wild. Her kit's probably like cheat code or something. Yeah, we'll see what Loveless does. That's in 2 months. Right. With that, that's enough from me. 0 point. It's Mayhem 9. You really think about it, one away, it's Mayhem 10. Boom. That's hardcore. 0 point is awful. What a terrible action skill. There remains 0 point to use 0 point. Exactly. So yes, until next time on Wednesday, I don't know what I'll do. I mean, I pulled some random BS out for today. I'm like, what do I do today? Fuck it, bubble. See what happens. So we'll see what BS I do next time. So yes, until then, which will be Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Stay safe, stay awesome. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye. At least I tried. Hey, if I can do hardcore on Bubble, I'll call that a win. I'll call it a win. Because it wasn't... It was a disaster, but it wasn't a disaster.
You should run!